Hey y'all, how you doing? Um, Back on the Avenger, I told you it'd be a two-part series, two parts, and it is. As you can see, I've got it running. Water pump is back on. Probably can't see it. You might be able to see just the pulley. Uh, Tip on tightening up that pulley: do not install the pulley on the pump and then try to put it all together. It just makes life harder for you. Best thing, uh, take the pulley off and put the pump on. Now, most of you will probably get the pump with the pulley off anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But do not try to put the pulley on and then try to put the pump on. It's just much harder. 12 millimeter bolts on the water pump, 5 of them. Oh, one thing I needed to show you in here about these water pumps. Okay, now they don't really bolt to the engine, they bolt to like a housing. So this is the housing, and you can see right here, this housing has that some of these holes aren't the same. You have these 3 holes are one size, and then these 2 are a little bit bigger. As you can see, one of these holes has a little dowel, for lack of a better term, a dowel pin, as you can see right there, and the water pump has one of the other dowel pins right there, as you can see. Okay, so these are very important. You know, it really helps to line the pump up and get it in line correctly. I guess you could do that without them, but I don't want to. So, but yes, I got the whole assembly there. I got that little bracket, from Amazon, with the pump and the gaskets to do this. But the problem is that this bolt here, this bolt is covered up by the exhaust manifold. Okay, so that one is going to be a no starter. You have to take the exhaust manifold off to get that off completely. I didn't want to try that. I've just had that exhaust manifold off not long ago, so I don't want to go through that again. It's not a terrible job, but it's not necessarily the easiest job in the world either. Oh, every one of those, speaking of the exhaust manifold, every one of them I've found has been cracked. Bronchitis. My apologies. So, anyway, it's running good right now. It's not overheating. Fans are coming on like they're supposed to. And we'll go in here and we'll look. As you can see, the temperature is right about the middle. But we have had temperature overheating issues with this car almost since day one. But we didn't pay much for this car. So there you go. So, I've got a new thing. You might be asking, what is this? Well, I'm going to put a fan in down there, and there's quite a bit of room between the AC condenser and the bumper assembly. What is the bumper assembly on these? So, there's quite a bit of room there, and I thought I would make some brackets and I would put that fan in there. I've already checked it, tested it. It works fine. Works wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up that fan to run on its okay. I'm going to set that fan up to run on its own circuit, its own separate circuit that's separate from everything else. So it's going to have its own dedicated switch, fuse. I might even get very fancy and set up a relay system for it. I don't know. My daughter drives that car every day, so I want it to be really, really reliable. I don't know issues with. Sorry again. Sorry again. Yeah. Okay. But like I was saying, I don't want any issues with it. So I need that thing to be dead on reliable. So I've went and got a new switch. I've got wiring. I've got connectors. I think I've even got a fuse holder. I think I've got everything to do that with. Like I said, I tested that fan. That fan is, I'm not even sure what it's off of. I think it's probably off of some sort of Japanese import. It says ASIN on it. But who knows? Who the heck knows? But it does work, so that's the important part. All right. I'm going to get busy bending up these pieces of metal and cutting them and drilling them into the shape that I need and the length I need. As you can see, they've already got some holes in them, which is really nice. So, and I've kind of got that fan mocked up there. So tell you something, if you ever have bronchitis, it really sucks. Sorry, my apologies. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna get these bent up, get that fan affixed to the framework of the car. I'm not gonna have little things going through the radiator, you know, little plastic doohickeys like zip ties or whatever, going through the radiator and holding that thing up. I want some actual real bracketry there, so that's what I'm going to do. All right, I've done this several times before, so this is not anything new. This is old hat. So what I got to do next is get them brackets bent up, start running some wires, switch, the whole 9 yards. Sorry. But anyway. All right, so let's see. All right. I'm going to get busy on that stuff. I will get back to you and I will post another video about all this, okay? So, because this is a lot of tinkering, it takes a lot of time. Yeah. Anyway, all right, that's enough of me rambling on here. Okay, so you see what the plan is, and we're going to get this all together. So, okay. Oh, one more thing. When you're doing that, you know, you're putting the pulley on, best thing to do, run the bolts down. Once you got the pulley on, put your belt on with the tensioner and everything. And then once you got that all sorted out, go back. Go back and take a wrench and tighten up the pulley bolts. There's only 3, 10 millimeter. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. God bless. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate everybody subscribing. I'm up to 30-something subscribers. It's amazing. I never would have thought that in a million years. But thank you so much. I hope I can keep on cranking out good content for you all. Stuff that's useful. Stuff that, you know, you can inspire you, and stuff that can help you get out there in the garage and do a lot of this stuff for yourself instead of relying on somebody else, okay? All right, so thank you very much, and God bless.